another Tarot Talk Tuesday. This is episode 6, the rising sign. So if you haven't checked out the previous episodes, please do so. The first one was the history of tarot. The second one was how I found tarot. 3 was to finish that story of how I found tarot, started developing tarot cards and doing readings, not only readings privately, but now on YouTube and for the public and for TikTok now. I've expanded now for TikTok now for a couple of months. Anyway, and then we went and started into the sun sign, moon sign, and today we're doing rising sign. And that would complete the astrological big 3, the triad of the most important placements in your chart. So if you want to check out what I said about the sun and moon sign, go check that out. If you don't know all your placements, try astroseek.com or astro.com. It's free to learn all your placements. All right, with that said, let's just go into and explain the rising sign for those who do not know. That is the rising sign is also called your ascendant. So when you do this on certain apps, it might say ascendant/rising, rising/ascendant, because it's interchangeable, or it might say one or the other, just so that you're not confused if you did not know that. So your rising sign comes from what zodiac sign was rising on the eastern horizon at the exact moment of your birth. That's how it comes. It can reveal, your rising sign is what tells you about your first impression you make, the energy you naturally project, how you present yourself to the world, your social style and mannerisms, how you approach new people, situations, and experiences. So your rising sign is often described as the doorway into your birth chart. It may explain why people do not immediately recognize you as the typical description of your sun sign. And that's not only that, but it's also because you're more than just your sun sign. You're all the parts of your chart, and you have multiple placements. And these are the big 3. If you know these 3, they're the most important. But think of the big 3 in this way, so we can build upon what information we've already shared. The sun sign is who you are at your core, which I'm a Scorpio. Moon sign is your emotions and your inner world, which for me, I'm an Aries. Your rising sign is how others first experience you. And for me, I'm a Leo. So I'm just sharing a little bit of personal information to get to know all of you. I hope we can all be friends. To calculate your rising sign accurately, you will need your birth date, your birth time, and your birthplace. If you don't know it, then you just guess. Like, everybody knows their birth date. Everybody knows their birthplace. But if you don't know your exact birth date, you can put AM or PM, and that'll get you as close as you can get. If you truly know the exact minute, that's going to give you the best, because it does change. So for instance, I was born on November 6th in 1973 at 11:32 p.m. So I have my exact birth chart. But if I didn't know, but I at least knew I was born in the PM, I would put PM. If I knew I was born in the AM, I'd put AM, and it would get fairly close. So the best, the closer you know your actual birth time, the better it is. And yes, I'm 54 years old. And uniquely, I have this morning my coffee mug, 50 and fabulous, although I'm older than 50. But this was one of my 50th birthday presents. Yeah, I'm 54. Anyway, so astroseek.com, astro.com, and, just investigate. You'll learn a lot more about yourself, and you'll look at tarot readings if you're not already doing it. You can look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign, and you'll be like, why do they all resonate? That's why. That is why. Or because if you're looking at it, you can counter watch on other people, like you're dating a Leo. So why does the Leo resonate? Because the Leo is in your relationship with you. But anyway, do you already know your rising sign? If you do, drop it in the comments and tell us whether you think it matches your first impression you give people. All right, this is Kimbition, where intuition meets ambition. Have a great day, everyone. Happy Tuesday.